Hangout is live. Hangout is live. I think we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are live. Maybe?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Monday Midsole. Unbox is supposed to be with us here today. He is not. And because you couldn't quite get the he couldn't quite get his stuff going, but we're gonna go without him. We're gonna miss him. Wish you were here, brother. But so starting off, we're gonna send it around the table. My name is Daniel Lister. I'm your favorite one-legged friend, maybe your only one-legged friend. You know, it is what it is. And yeah, I'm gonna pass it on, Marcus.
What's going on, fam? Usual suspects back in the house again. It's your boy Polos and Jays, aka Mr. Marcus, aka OG Jay Walker. Gonna pass it over to the homie, to the player in the house, Mr. Maally-Maall.
What it do? What it do? Usual suspects in the building. What's going on, y'all? Thanks for joining us. We got a great show with your boy Maally-Maall, aka I done copped another one, aka oops, I bought it again. We got a special guest here, Mr. Kickodile, aka real name Mike. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, you guys. I don't got an AKA, maybe the OG Mike phone. That was my only but
Mike phone sounds gross.
If you don't got an AKA, just hit him with the hashtag.
Hashtag Kickodile Hunter, hashtag Kickodile Corner.
Right.
Bang, bang. There you go. All right, y'all. So we're going to jump right into this interview. Very excited to have you on. Been following for a while. We're going to hit you with an easy one here, a layup, put it on a tee, and just ask you, man, how'd you get started? What's the sneaker that drew you in?
All right, so my first Jordan was the 99 white cement, which makes it my favorite Jordan of all time. But that didn't get me into collecting. I started collecting like Etnies in America, like skate shoes, because they were stupid cheap and I could buy a lot of them. And then I got a real job and my buddy Jordan got me into SBs.
Yeah.
And it all started from SBs. And then just kind of went into Jordans and Foamposites, Kobe's, all that.
Kobe gang, there we go. So at this point, what do you think your total is right now? How bad has it gotten?
My total currently is about 78.
Okay. So I feel like that's a good number, right? Like something that's manageable. You can still have
like
variety.
anything, like I hit 100 and that was just too much at 100.
Right. Like, okay, so this is
consolidated a little bit.
We had this debate, like how much is too much, and of course none of us want to admit that we have too much, but I feel like if you get it down to a good number where you can still have variety, not wear the same pair every day, you know, it makes it a little bit more manageable. But all right, so true. I mean, you basically started brand new.
I did.
What's the motivation behind that? You had 30 plus followers, and you know now you're at 1,000 and some change, I believe. So, what was kind of the motivation behind that? What happened?
Pretty much, I was at 23,000 and just completely stalled out. I kept gaining followers, at least it would show I did, but I would lose them just as fast. I was stalled out in my likes. I wasn't able to clear 300 likes, and for 23,000 followers, that's just embarrassing. So I was said, too many ghosts, screw it, let's start fresh. Started about 2 months ago, and I'm up over 3,000 now.
Oh, good. Nice.
Yes, it's growing quick.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So,
yeah, so.
I guess keep it rolling.
Let's go. So beyond that, I mean, what's the end goal? Like what's the day-to-day looks like for you? What's the average day for Kickodile?
Wake up, go to work, go to school. School is when I rock most of my kicks, honestly.
Okay.
Can't pull them out at work. They'll get destroyed. Yeah, I work a lot, honestly. It lets me be able to buy the shoes, but.
What's your major?
I am now a psychology major. I just switched that over a couple months ago.
All right. So what's that like for you?
Down here.
Just, having, being kind of knee deep in the culture, being in school, getting to wear your kicks day to day and see other people and whatnot. I mean, for me, I work in an office, so, I got hard bottoms and loafers, and you already know he's Polos and Jays. So, I mean, what's that like for you?
It's cool, honestly. This last semester, I went every single day the entire semester without wearing the same pair. So like 2, 3, 4 classes in, people kind of start to recognize, and then it just becomes like an event. Like, oh, what is he gonna wear today?
Right. So your followers on Instagram, did they like notice you in class? Like, yo, I know those ankles. Like,
I've actually had like 2 or 3 people who have like noticed me on campus because I shoot on campus a lot. So they see me shooting, ask and be like, "Oh, that's you." And it's only happened like once or twice, but
okay. So you can still go to the mall without getting bum rushed and everything, right?
yeah, true that.
Only Dan has that problem. Yeah.
Oh, stop it!
I don't know how they recognize him though. It's so perplexing.
Yeah, I know, right? That fucking one-legged bastard.
The best question is, "Are you one-legged lister?" And he kind of looks down. He's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me."
All right. So
I'm sorry, Dan. I cut you off. You had a question?
no, I know Mike fairly well. Like I've been chit-chatting with Mike back and forth. We usually FaceTime at like early hours because that motherfucker is on the other side of the planet. And I'm just gonna tell you from the bottom of my heart, man, just loosen up. You look like you're a mad type right now. You're like,
He's like, "What is this guy going to ask me?"
yeah.
We're gonna talk about sneakers, man.
So
There's
yeah,
nothing, there's not a better topic that we can discuss right now. So I mean, listen, no questions. You go off the top. I mean, when it comes to shoes, ideally, like, explain your passion. Like, what keeps you going?
That's actually a really hard question. I don't know what keeps me going. Something about having a fresh pair of shoes on all the time it's just nice. And yeah, that's a really hard
customs. I want to know about your customs.
My customs. Okay.
Yeah, the customs that you're getting done, who is doing them for you?
Reckon Rob has done the heel tab swap. He did it on my Thunder 4s, went with the yellow OG Nike Air heel tab swap. I got my Air Mags, which I actually got right here.
Hey.
Air Mag.
Go ahead. Look at this shit. Yeah, turn that bitch.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, that's
That was a dope. That was a dope.
Air Mag. These were done by Kickstradamus. I will be pulling them out SneakerCon Chicago day 1. This will be what I'm wearing. And then I also just picked up another pair of customs. I'll save that for the latest pickups.
Nice. See, got another custom junkie in the house. I like it.
I do. I like the customs. I kind of wish I got on board with those Kyrie 2 IDs, honestly. I see all years and I'm like, man, I wish I had a few of those, especially All-Star games.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I made the mistake on the Kyrie ones. I only made a couple. And then I was looking back on it and I was like, yeah, never again.
Yeah, maybe I can learn my lesson next time.
Yep.
All right. So, yeah, it's the 808. Oh, look, it's the bass. All right, so I want to talk. I'm in the mood to talk. So,
wait, what's new about that?
Not a goddamn thing. Not a gosh darn thing.
If you were quiet, I'd be more concerned.
I am actively trying to watch my cussing. So, hey, Big J's in the house. What's good? All right, so, I'm going to try to watch my cussing, y'all. So I'm gonna use fill-in words, which I feel like sometimes are creepier than cuss words. But anyway, Marcus, you want to take us the roundabout, like what's going on, what's coming out, and what do we pick up, man? Let's take it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first we're gonna get to the weekly pickups and what everybody grabbed over the week. And me, myself, personally, had a light week. I only picked up one shoe. I picked up the foams, the metallic red. It's the only cop I have. It's probably going to be my only cop for a little while. I don't think I'm going to be picking up anything else.
Oh, that's a bold-faced lie.
I'm telling you, man. That's probably going to be at least for a general release. It's
First of all,
into June.
That's the calm before the storm, because usually when someone says that, they buy about 6-7 pairs.
Nah, I'm on the real on this one.
AKA Dan, I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down.
I mean, that's both of y'all. Both of y'all came with that.
I'm slowing down from J's. I'm gonna just scoop up all these LBJs.
All these LeBrons, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Slow down on J's.
That's where I'm at right now.
Only people who slowed down was me and Kev. The rest of y'all.
You ain't
six,
slowed
seven.
down.
One pair.
Slow down. I bet you
posted
there's
7
3
pairs
or 5
last
boxes.
week.
Yeah. I bet there's 3 or 5 boxes. What about those the OG ones, the OG Air Max ones?
Who got those?
You did. You just posted that picture up on the fucking Soul Firm page.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
beep, 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 beep.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Moving on.
You lie.
Who?
You lie.
10 minutes in, and we already got an F-bomb from Dan.
Moving on. Mike, what you grab? You got any new pickups?
Obvious. Pure Money 4. I think everyone and their mother grabbed these, honestly.
Actually,
And then the second one,
I did not.
chopped
Ooh.
what the Kobe 9.
Oh, it's a
Got
high
chopped.
chop. It's a mid.
Nice.
Yeah, like I
It's
got
a mid, right?
an SB
Oh,
here.
go back,
Hey,
my friend, go back.
He loves Kobe, so.
Go back. That's a mid. That's not a low chop, right?
Okay, that's a mid chop.
Wow. You know what? I haven't seen that often. I like it. You still got a little bit of the stitching for the Achilles. Okay. I got to see that on foot.
Got
See
to
how
do a
high.
good job on it.
It kind of looks like a Curry the way the way the height comes up on the lining. I'm not gonna lie.
With it too.
Do you have a,
Yeah,
do you
you
have
can
a
see
trash
that.
can in your hand? Oh, that's dope.
Like same height as like an
Yeah,
SV
trash
or
can in
one.
your hand. I can see it looking like a Curry, but
Yeah, those were my
Just
two
saying.
pickups.
All right, Dan. I'll let you
All
go
right.
last, fam. I know you're excited, unless you're too excited.
go ahead. I just
right.
you always
You know
beat me. You always beat me.
No, you're good. I saw the preview. You're good. So I finally took these puppies out of the box.
Oh
these-
man, I'm gonna
Kobe 1, Fade to Black.
You
which
need
might
to
be-
hear the story on this.
This was amazing. So I put in the bid for these. It was a super duper low ball bid. I think the shoe was listed somewhere like 500-600, and I sure as hell wasn't paying anywhere near that. So I threw in what was the next highest bid at $205, never expecting for it to hit. Next thing I know, I got an email saying that the bid was accepted. I'm like, nah, that's fake. It said it was shipped the same day. I'm like, all right, these aren't passing authentication. Someone's trying to get it over. And then they shipped to me. I'm like, no way. Open the box. Here they are. Paid $200, less than $220, basically like $218 and some change. So to me, it's just like I went to the city, scooped them for retail plus tax. So once again, Dan, I got these too, bruh. Yeah. So another StockX bid. See the authentication tag.
Yeah.
So I like this one, much smaller than that big square thing that they were rocking before. These are sick. Obviously, South Beach 9. So these will be on my feet super duper soon as this weather breaks. And then maybe, maybe we'll bring these to Chicago, Dan. What do you think?
Are you going?
Wait a minute.
Not yet.
Wait a minute. Is that a revelation?
Not yet.
That sounded positive.
I'm always positive. That's it. I'm
Well,
confident.
If you bring yours to Chicago, I will bring the 8s.
Okay, fair enough.
Or the 9s. I'll bring them both.
Either
Fuck it.
or. Yeah, well, you don't have that much room. Unless,
Right.
well, you might if you're going to check a bag again.
Yeah.
And
I'll
then-
check it back.
Custom game. Customs are life, baby.
Yeah,
So these are my What the Kyrie 2s video on YouTube now if you want a really, really good look at these. But yeah.
So who does your custom work?
Was really happy with these. I got a few more things coming in from the same customizer, Andrew TL on Instagram, the E3. But yeah, that's it, man. My custom What the Kyrie 2s, my South Beach 9s, and these Kobe 1s. That's all I was able to either, cop or unbox this week. Per usual, I got a few things that I need to get to, but
This motherfucker has like 12 boxes by his door, just not touched. All right. So my pickups, I also had a light deal.
Boy, you about to make me
Yeah,
cry.
so we're gonna start off with these. These guys right here are the Lebron 5 Yankees.
those are the ones you're
Right.
sending to me, right?
Absolutely not. I got these from T-Mark, and this is the first pair that I have that have the cool like little sample tag on the inside. And then what I like about it the most is this little part right here. It says Fresh for '08, suckers. I dig that. So yeah, there's these guys. Nike. Yep, not Nike. Yankees, New York Yankees. 6. Go with the 6 blue graffiti 6s. All right, bam, bam. Got these. These came from Sneaker Galactus, and I didn't know that this right here is 3M. So this is all 3M, and so is this up here. It's all 3M in there. And then also from Sneaker Galactus, we got these. These are the Dunkman 7s, and I love these. I love them. God, I love this shoe. So there's those. And then, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I pulled a Maally-Mall. I put a bid on StockX and just kind of forgot about it. And it was super low ball. Like it was, so these usually go for like 280 to 3. And I put in a bid for 150 and these motherfuckers came for 150. These are the China White 11 lows. I already posted these and already rocked these. Bam, on Instagram. I already got it. And so what's really cool about this though, and why this is one of those things where I like StockX, all right? So that's the outsole, right? You see that little black spot right there?
I do.
They sent me an email and they were like, yo, there's a little black spot. They are authentic. They are dead stock. But do you want that? And I was like, yes, I absolutely want them. Go ahead and send them. And so they sent these, and they also sent a free shipping code that I forgot to use today.
Oh, damn, Daniel.
So, yeah, man. So, yeah, these, and then last but not least, I got these for my birthday. These actually dropped on my birthday, and these are the wings. These are, I call these the Marcus ain't got those ones.
Yes.
Ooh, shots fired.
Yes.
Where are you gonna get them? There ain't no brick and mortar stores.
Yeah. So this right,
I got it.
This right here is number 9,551 out of 19,400. And yeah, there's this right here. I got these.
You know what's
and these
funny?
laces are really cool because they say, was it everyone can fly with wings? So I'm hoping that I could just slam dunk with these on now.
I saw a picture on IG today where somebody had rubbed off the paint or whatever, and it's like all
Did they
straight
rub
gold.
off?
I don't know, but somebody on IG showed a picture.
Supposedly
They were just like straight
it
gold.
does rub off.
I'm not doing it. As
Just do
usual,
one. Just do
can't
one.
hide money. What do you mean, as usual, can't hide money? So, this is my birthday. These came out on my birthday. Watch your back in Chicago. It's cool, man. I'm fine.
It's not even really
But
in
like,
Chicago.
Yeah, I know. It's in Schaumburg. And I'm not gonna do the rub off. Like that's fine. I'll pass on that. And then yeah, so that's what I picked up. And that is what's going on. What's coming out this week?
Before we jump into that, Marcus, my bad. I just wanted to follow up on the whole StockX thing because I had a situation with them as well. My DB7s, there was like a little blemish mark on the like on the toe box, the email, and they were really, really nice. They sent me 25 off. So with them, definitely recommend you hit them up first. Kev's not here, but they're not like GOAT where they're just going to ignore you. They'll address it and they'll make things right. They gave me the option to send it back. You know, they'll pay for shipping to send it back if I didn't want it or take the 25, and I opted for the 25 off so I could throw in another bid.
And that was from the same video where you got clocked in the head, right?
Yeah, that is from the Clock in the Head video. Yes.
Please, everybody, go and watch that video.
Yeah, the snippets on my Instagram. The full video is on. It's on YouTube, and no children were harmed in the filming of that video. I promise.
It's the greatest video ever. All right, so let me get to the weekly releases and see what we got coming up. First off, we got this Air Jordan 2, this deconstructed, this mint foam. I think this shoe is dope. I think it's dope.
And I think it's trash.
It's a girl shoe. I know you would.
I think it's like a mix of a 2 and a Chuck Taylor. The way the top is so flimsy.
Man, it's dope.
Right. Well, I don't necessarily think this is a girl shoe. I mean, I get what they're trying to do. I think it's cool. I think it's neat that they're taking a classic and trying to toy with it. But I can see you wearing this shoe. I can.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't quite understand what you're saying.
What he's saying is you like girl shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, if I like girl shoes, Maul like girl shoes because we like pretty much the same thing. This is the first time that
That's all right.
we went a different
I got a
direction.
4-year-old.
What's that mean?
I can get that off.
Okay.
Hey, I think the maroon is also dropping the same day.
I haven't seen anything about that. Where's Pinot at? I'm sure Pinot.
That's what he just said. He
Oh, that's
said
what
the
he said?
Bordeaux is dropping the same day as the green.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
What's the retail on those?
160.
160.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm on the fence.
Then we got these Dunk Lows. These look pretty dope. I don't really have any Dunks.
Yeah.
I got those reserved. I don't do dunks, but those are reserved. My Nike Plus.
I did too. Tito.
So
I got those reserved also.
Tito.
Y'all,
I passed.
you
How do
not
you guys
getting
get
anything?
reserved? I've never had anything.
I don't get anything reserved either, man. I mean, it's just these guys.
You don't buy online, Marcus.
These guys that spend $2,000 a month on kicks.
First of all, that's not true.
Okay, maybe a week. My bad. 2,000 a week.
Wow, shots fired.
All right, then we got this Ultra Boost.
Kixie just said another feminine sneaker for men.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing. It's a shoe. Is a shoe. Is a shoe.
Marcus, that's gonna go
If it's-
perfect with your romper.
Yeah, you can get one of them little flowers on and stuff.
I thought we was all rocking rompers to Chicago. Ain't that?
I don't know what this all or we shit is.
I thought we was all
Oh
rocking.
wait,
rompers.
Dan, I already got your romper, dog.
Yeah, Dan, you've already tried on a romper. Do we need to show the chat the romper?
I think we do. I think the usual suspects need to see Dan in his romper,
Yeah,
especially if he's on film rubbing himself.
See, y'all motherfuckers ain't shit.
You gotta get him.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit.
All right, I got 2 photos I want to share with the usual suspects, but go ahead, Marcus.
the pick will be coming soon, fam. Dan did rock a romper.
No, I did not rock a romper.
Tats and all,
Anyway.
y'all.
Back to the releases. We got the Adidas Ultra Boost 3.0 Crystal White. These look pretty dope. Dan, it's gonna be another one of your dad's shoes you're picking up.
Nah, I ain't copping those. I don't like the silver midsole. I mean, I think it's cool that Adidas is getting away from an all-white boost mid. But I'm not a fan of the silver.
OG.
Then we got a bunch of the up tempos coming out. We've got the Air More up tempos, triple white. Those are dropping on the 26th for 160. And you also got the Air Max up tempo triple white. That one's going to be 150. And what was the other one? The Air Max 2 up tempo triple white, and that one's going to be 140. I don't think I need any more white shoes in the stash, so I'll be
Summertime,
passing.
though. That's part of the reason.
I'm
Man.
passing on that whole set. I'm passing on that whole set.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and let it slide. Then these KD 9s, the Elite Hyper Orange. Not feeling them either. I have no KD 9s. What else we got? So we're gonna skip through to
10.
the weekend. We got the Baron 11.
That might be my
lows.
only
What's y'all feeling on these?
I'm a
I like
cop 'em.
those.
I gotta cop them.
Them look girly to me. I mean, y'all talk about girl shoes. That's kind of girly right now.
Why? Because of the
Some
shine?
of those are girly looking.
How in the balls?
I mean, it's got like velvet. It's velvet. Then
What
it's
is
got
that?
little
Velvet?
shiny shit on there. I mean, it's gonna sit. It's I don't know.
Marcus, you're
Not
gonna
a fan.
purchase it, so just be careful what
Nah.
you say on the show.
Yeah, once the price drop.
Say
Yeah.
Can
What's the
and
price
will
drop?
be used against you.
Yeah. So what
with
I
the usual
like
suspects.
is that upper suede, that upper nubuck on those. I think that's dope. I like.
Is that suede?
It's suede. It's suede.
Because it looks velvet on this picture.
It's
What is that?
It's
That's
suede. It's suede.
Looks nappy velvet too. It's ashy.
Nappy, good lord.
Looks like the hair on Kevin's beard.
Oh lordy.
I wanna
Can't even
see-
defend himself.
The hair on Kevin's beard. I need to see the way of waves that are on
We'll get to those. Slowly roll.
there. Okay.
And then we got the GS. We got to think about the GS with the blue moons.
Does that come with an orange,
And,
dog?
I don't know. It's an ugly shoe though. I'm not a fan, but it's for the GS. That one's coming this weekend for
Are you
130
sure
as
you're
well.
not getting those? You sure you're not getting those?
No, I'm not getting those. They don't run in my size.
Hmm.
Ah, there we go. I like those.
Yeah.
Those are
Might have to put in that call, Dan.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. You know what I mean?
The way of ways, and Dan is the only one who ever gets these. He don't look out for his boys. Okay, well, Maul, you get everything though. So,
I don't get everything.
It
First
doesn't
of all.
count. It doesn't count.
I do not receive everything. I do not.
Almost.
Does that have a glow soul on it?
Oh, bro, I need that.
Let's see. Let's.
I don't think so.
No, it don't look like.
Nah, it looks like a gum
Yeah.
or just a.
And did anybody pick up the up tempos that they did the secret Nike drop today?
Nah, I'm good.
No, I'm good on this.
I got to prepare for my purchases mentally.
And I'm pissed at Nike. I'm not cool with that. This secret drop thing they're doing now. Okay. All right. Screen share is gone. So those are the weekly releases, and we're gonna move on to the section where I'm usually the winner.
Hey! All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is your favorite part of the show, at least my favorite part of the show, because it's when I do the most talking and I get really excited about it. And it's affectionately known here as the Gap. Welcome to the Gap. All right, and I don't mean the store where little white chicks buy their clothes. I'm talking about gas, ass, or pass. What is it gonna be today? All right, so today we only have four. We only have four people. So we actually had five, but Unbox couldn't get his stuff working right. So we have Marcus, we have Mike,
Unbox got boxed.
we have Maul, we have Boxed. It's Box Mike.
You got
Let's
boxed.
kick it out. All right, and then we have me. All right, so we are going to start off with the special guest. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here.
You gotta go over the point total, my man.
I gotta share my screen. Oh yeah, don't forget the way this works and the way the points work. You can keep points at home. It's a fun thing to do. All right, the gas is 2 points, ass is no points, and pass is 1 point. All right, so I fucked this up last week. My apologies. God, I can't not stop cussing. All right, gas is 2 points, ass is 0 points, pass is 1 point. Let's get it going. Here we go with the first shoe. And it is the Katrina 3. And it's making its way back around. I think this was the first, on the first Gap that we did. I believe that this was mine. But as we have a special guest here tonight, we can let that ride. We already know how I feel about it, and we'll pass it on to Mike. Mike, introduce the shoe, please.
All right, Katrina 3s. I do not remember when these originally released as a sample. But now they are officially coming. They will release, I hear, with Nike Air on the back. Love that cherry red on the back. So much cleaner than the fire reds. That is the one shoe this year that is must-have for me.
All right, Maul.
Yeah, these are dope, Brian. I need. I'm trying to figure out how bad I'm gonna go on these. I mean, the Jumpman's on the back of those. If those come out with the Nike Air, that'll be.
It's supposed to have Nike Air. So the original sample had the Jumpman on the back, which these are a copy of, like a picture of the original sample. But the new ones are supposed to have the Nike Air on the back.
Yeah, these are dope. You got to double up. These are gas.
Whoosh. Bam, gas. All right, boom. Marcus.
It's a gas. It's a 3. I'm a fan of 3s. So whatever color they come in, I'm copping. So it's definitely a gas.
All right. So that's 8 for the Kickodile Hunter. Now let's check the comments. And it's gas, gasoline, gas emojis, giggity gas, which is probably my favorite one that I've seen. Someone said my favorite for 228 on the wings. Gas. All right, so that's a 10-point round for Kickodile Hunter. And now with the OG, with the old man, with the, was it Ginkgo biloba? Is that what them old people eat?
What?
It's Ginkgo biloba.
I don't know what that is.
Ginkgo. It's Ginkgo biloba. Well, you wouldn't know, Marcus, because that's from memory, so you probably forgot.
I'm surely not gonna eat nothing I can't pronounce or spell.
You lie. All right, so with old men come old OG shoes, and this is Marcus's. I'm trying to get it posted.
It's a Gap.
Yep, and this is his shoe. I'm gonna let the old man take it away. Fascinate us.
You know, I already got this shoe, but I don't have it with the 3M, so I got to cop it. It's got 3M on it. It's a classic. It's one of the dopest 13s ever. So definitely gas on this.
All right. And so for me, it's an OG colorway. I have to get this. I have to. It's a gas for me. And it's 3M, and it's even though 13s aren't necessarily my favorite silhouette, I do like the 13. I like the way it looks from the back, so it's a gas for me.
Yep, usually do.
Yeah, I do like the way it looks from the back. Go ahead, Mike. What's your call here?
For me, it's a pass. I am not a fan of the 13s. I do like that they did get the 3M, and it is an OG colorway, and I appreciate that. And for that, it is gas. But for me, it is a pass.
Can we change my vote on his 3? How you gonna pass on a classic?
I don't like 13s.
Come on, man.
It's not my style. 13's not my style. I'm sorry. They are gas, but pass for me.
I got you.
Did it so hard? Oh, yeah. So these right here got to sit on the shelf.
What?
Got to sit on the shelf, man. I'm going to pass these up. No?
I don't even know how to do that.
I hope you choke on whatever is in that mug. What the hell? The hell?
See,
I don't understand. I don't understand.
No. All jokes aside, no. I'm just messing with Marcus so he can go hot and bothered. Pause. So these right here, these 13s, probably my favorite 13s for a while. I obsessed over them. So I got the pair that came out, was that like December of 04 with the 3M. And that was my shoe. So I was in college. I was going to Rutgers. I brought probably about like 30 pairs with me to school. I rocked that probably once a week. And then that turned into my basketball shoe. So I was rocking that piece like every day. I beat the hell out of them. I still have them. I'll break them out one day for YouTube or the gram or something. Bro, the soles are beat up. I mean, I beat the brakes off of those. So when they came out a few years back without the 3M, I legit think I have like 6 pairs still. Don't ask me why. It was just one of those things where I was so upset that those got beat up and I couldn't wear them again. I was like, I'm never going to have this problem. So I've worn them, though, because they don't have the 3M. I don't like them as much. I think I've worn them twice. So for this pair, I'll probably just double or triple up, considering I'm sitting on a stack of bread 13s. But these are gas, bro. Good choice.
All right, there we go. I was mad confused for a second there.
Marcus gets too angry. It's funny to watch his mood fluctuate.
Blood pressure. He's got to watch his blood pressure. Gasolina, gas.
Like, what?
Gas.
What? Which of your pick up?
Hey, people are telling me to kick you off the show now. If you kick him off the show now, 13s are life. So yeah, the comment section definitely gave this a gas. So Marcus, you walk away with a 9. All right, and then we're going to go with Maul. This is Maall's pick.
Yes. So, I mean, camo for me, traditionally, I'm not a big fan of. I think since I copped those Supreme 5s, it's starting to grow on me a little bit. And, of course, they're 1s, which my rotation is consistent of a lot of 1s these days. So, for me, this is dope. I like the way the red hits. It gives it that nice pop. The toe box looks really dope. So, these are going to be a must.
All right. So from what I believe is that the 3M or the camo is actually 3M.
Right. You can tell the material is slightly different, and it's got the pop. The toe box looks suede. I think when you actually see the shoe in person,
right. And so for me, I love that. I do like that red heel cap. But the problem for me is always going to be the Jumpman tongue. These have the Jumpman tongue, so this is probably going to be a pass for me on these.
Come on, Dan, you've been hype beast on this, man.
No, not these. The 5s. The 5s I dig. The 5s I love. These, it's the tongue, man. And you know what I mean? It's like, I want you to go pull out your the Chicagos that have the Jumpman on the tongue versus the Chicagos that don't with the Nike on the tongue.
It doesn't bother me, though. It doesn't bother me either way.
It's a difference for me. Like that feel, like the padded tongue on the remastered pairs versus the flatter tongue on the Jumpman pair. You know, so yeah, it's how I feel. These are a pass for me.
Yeah, I'm saying.
All right, so it's a pass.
I got one thing to say about that pass, though, Dan, is you don't pass on a lot. So these will probably be in the collection.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, he's probably right.
That will.
What's your
Mike passed.
They're clean, but pass. I like that they're 3M, but not a ones fan.
Mike
Which my next YouTube video will be why I do not like ones.
Mike, what shoe do you like?
I like SBs, highs, lows, 3s, 4s, 5s, 11 lows,
11
12s, 11 lows. I don't like 11 highs. They're all the same. I'll probably do a YouTube video about that as well.
Please do. So I can give you the thumbs down.
the comment section is eating
I'm just gonna hate on things. That's gonna be my YouTube channel, is hating on things.
And your Instagram is probably about to lose. How many people we got watching? 71 people.
like
now, usually with stuff like that, you gain it because like, all right, what's this guy gonna say now?
Yeah,
exactly.
I can't believe he said that.
That's his angle. But like, I know there's another person. Hey, look, it's even Caesar saying he's passing on these. He's like Steve Nash, but there's another guy. There's another guy
coming out in his size.
Caesar wears a size 17. He don't have a choice but to
exactly.
Pass. I mean,
exactly, unless he sticks the monkeys together. I'm glad Caesar is here because we got Kickodile here, who's a huge Kobe fan. What up?
Yeah. All right, so and the comment section gave it a pass as well. I'm gonna have to be honest.
Listen, I figured that was gonna happen because I was 50-50 on these as well. But looking at the material, I think when I see it in person, I think I'm gonna like it. So I went out on a limb. I'm not even mad. So.
Marcus, what did you give these?
It's a gas. I mean, I'm copping. I don't care about the tongue or whatever. You know, I get plenty of tongue in my life, so I don't care what's on that one. But
I don't even know where to go with that one.
It's all
Lord
dude
have
tongue.
mercy. Whoa.
All right, so that's a 7 for Maul with these. All right, and much in the same vein as Maul is like, there's this. I'm looking at it, and it's a silhouette that I love, and I feel like this pink background just makes it look like it's fresh off a boat, But it's a silhouette that I love. I really love the 5s and the white, the cement.
No, the
cement.
Cement. There you go.
Cement. 5s. They're cement 5s. All right, they're cement 5s, and so, but I do like them, and I will probably buy them, and I do think they're hot. My only issue is that fire red or the black tongue on from the fire reds. I wish they'd have made that like a cement thing, but I will cop these. That will happen. Cement. The fuck is wrong with you, nasty bastards? And nobody's saying semen.
Woo! I need to turn the air down.
Go, Marcus.
It's a pass. I'm looking at the leather on it, and it just looks like that old basic ass leather they put on 5s, and they gonna crease like hell.
Oh, yeah.
So, I like the colorway. I like what they're going with, but they should have went with the tumble leather on that. So I'm passing.
Why is everybody fucking with the way I say cement?
Cement. All right.
Cement.
Whatever.
Anyways, listen, I honestly I don't know. I'm really picky these days with Jays, so if I'm being honest, these are probably a pass. I'm trying. I'm looking at little details of the shoe, like with the laces that they got the cement print there. I'm thinking lace swapping with the cement laces and how that'll look, if that'll be dope. Maybe it's a good base for a custom, do the right thing 5s. Nah, I don't know. I can't. It's a pass.
Right.
Yeah, somewhere between. this. This feels like one of those shoes that I say pass on until release day and end up seeing them in hand and copping. So I'm gonna go gas.
Boom, my dude. All right, and I don't know from what the comment section. I got semen. That's what I got.
The semen fives.
Semen fives.
I think you got to
They
give that a
always-
pass. I see a thumbs down.
I see pass.
I see
There's
gas,
lot of
pass. I see
lot of
pass. Pass.
It's a pass. It's a pass. So I will take my 7, and we will congratulate the listener. Seems like everyone is passing on my semen 5s. Nobody wants my semen 5s.
Lord of mercy.
You just now realize, how old are you? 36. You just now realize nobody wants your semen.
Well, my semen don't make babies no more, so it works out. So if you don't want a kid, you're safe from me, girl. And
Lord of mercy.
so unboxed Mike Ogden. His I already have it pulled up, and this is really for the ladies, because we didn't get the blessing of this, but here you go, ladies. This is the linen 4s.
Linen.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about the picture. This is the only baby batter 5s. That's the gross.
Baby batter.
That's the gross. But so these would be unboxed. This is his stuff. So I'm gonna let Marcus speak for him because don't you have the OGs of these, Marcus?
No, I wish I did. I didn't cop them when they came out. What was it? 2006, 2005, somewhere around there.
2006.
Yeah, I didn't. I missed out. I passed on them. But I don't know why you're gonna pass it to me because I don't like Mike. So I'm about to give him what? Pause. I'm about to ass it only because
Give him ass.
I'm
Oh
passing
man!
simply because it's not coming in my size.
glad you
I'm glad I paused on that too.
But hold on. If it was coming in your size, would these be gas?
Hell yeah, it'd be gas.
All right, so let's go. If these are coming out in a full.
Okay, so
family
we going
size
if they
run.
coming out in family size. Okay, yeah. If they was
Yeah.
coming out in my size, yeah, it's a gas. Even though I still don't like Mike, it's still gonna be a gas with this raggedy internet and crappy.
Polos and Jays almost said he was gonna give Mike ass. So close, so close. So for me, I think these are a gas. I think they're badass. I would love to see. Have y'all like Jody Rockstars in the comments? Hey Jody, but she does this cute little like stance with her feet in some of her pictures.
Oh, Lordy.
You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, if you go check out her pictures, you see what I'm talking about. She has this cute little stance, and I'd like to see those, like, with this, that stance with this. So these are gas for me. So
Yeah, gas all the way.
oh my God, good. He gets 2 for me, 2 for me.
Yeah,
I mean, don't elaborate or anything.
No. Yeah, they gas.
Yeah, they are gas. They unfortunately just don't come in men's sizes. So
Yeah, all right. Maul, what you got?
Well said. So these are really dope to me. I remember when they came out with I want to say the 10s, as well as these, that whole linen colorway. I like the fact that it's got like that real light blue Jumpman. So these I'll definitely cop in. If they come in extended GS, I might even try to squeeze into a 9.5.
Ooh.
Little feet.
Style over comfort, baby.
Little feet.
And what did the comment section give this? Tell Daniel to quit trying to flirt with my sneaker boo.
They mainly keep talking about Mike asking for the ass. I mean, that's really what they're talking about.
Fire, gas, ass, gas. So these get the gas. All right, so it goes down to the mics. All right, so
Only one mic is here, so
right. Well, no, he's in the comment section. So we get this.
we're gonna vote.
Versus this, yeah, and it's the panel.
The
So,
panel.
Katrina versus Lennon. So, and I'm gonna put it out to the comment section. Katrina, let me spell that shit right.
Katrina.
Versus Lennon.
And the usual suspects are saying, Dan, that you flirt with every chick that comes in the chat. So
Oh, Lord of mercy. They done
What?
figured you out.
I don't see anybody saying that.
They said it.
Like, hey, Jody.
Anyway,
I'm gonna show you.
Hey, Kixie. Hey, Dee Dee.
Kixie, Dee Dee. I'm gonna rock all pink in New York.
I didn't hear you say hi. I didn't hear you say that to Caesar when he came on. I hear, hey, Caesar.
I did too. I didn't say it
Caesar.
like that because I don't be talking to Caesar like that. You're messing with me like I'm actively trying to be a better human today, and you're messing with me. The threes are winning, so the threes, Katrina. Feel like you got Jody breaking Jody's heart. Like, what are we talking about right now? Hell, this bullshit, bastards.
He's a player, Jody. He's a player. Don't listen to him in the DM.
We're all in the same DM. Anyway, Mo, what's your topic of discussion this evening?
My topic. That's a good question. Hold on.
Is sneaker resale dead?
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Dead.
Listen,
it's
been a
Maally
long
dead.
day. I need some ginkgo biloba myself, old man. So whatever vitamins you take, tell your doctor to send a prescription this way.
I got you.
Need some of that Nick Gerger. Drop a couple pounds. No. So my question is, and Dan, this is really kind of brought about with those wings, those ones, and the price when they hit the sneakers app, and the price that they're floating at now. And people are just starting to get their pairs. So realistically, that price is going to go lower. So I started thinking to myself, is sneaker resale dead? Are the prices of shoes starting to come down dramatically? Are we going to weed out the culture vultures and have just pure enthusiasts? Will SneakerCon be the same? Like, what's kind of the cause and effect of everything that's going on right now?
Right. So on the wings one, like I don't know what size Lace differently wears, but he just picked them up for $288. So I think that what's going to happen. I think what's happening is the culture vultures are going to start to grow up. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them are kids, or they're younger people, and they're going to start to realize that when they're out there in the market, like, and it's their money they're spending. Like, do I want the $600 Easy or this fucking light bill? Like, which one do I want more? So, and there are some shoes that are kind of like baseline, like, trying to think of, like certain LeBrons like that, the MVP pack, what the MVP, like, so all of these shoes there's certain ones that are holding their value, right? Any of the Easy V1s are holding their value. But now with that cracking in the midsole that you're starting to see, I don't know if that's going to change the value of those. So Michael, for me, I feel like it's not that resale's dead, because there's always going to be somebody that has a better connect than I do that I'm going to have to pay for. There's always going to be somebody that's going to, I'm basically paying for their time and their resources, right? So I think what we're really seeing is there was a influx, like I'm trying to get my hand in the screen. There was an influx where everything kind of shifted high, and now some of it's kind of waning, and where the more the enthusiasts like are starting to cop a lot more. Like, I'm able to pick up LeBrons now for half of the price of what I was before, and I find that to be exciting. But there's still certain shoes that are hard to get, Marcus.
Well, I don't think resale is dead. I think hype is dying, and I think that's probably affecting the resale market.
Well, that goes hand in hand, no?
I mean, it does, but here's the way I look at it. We see shoes like the cars come out at $2,000, and then it drops down to, what is it at, like $1,200 or something like that.
Yeah, it's about $1,100. The bid and the ask on it, like $50-$60 away on StockX. Right,
and then you look at like the Wings one, it was $1,000, and now it's hovering around $300. I mean, and everything right now is doing that. Pretty much everything.
It's a huge drop in like 72 hours.
Right, and it's mainly, and don't jump on me about this, it's mainly Nike products. You don't really see it as much on the Adidas side. The resale is either hovering.
Well, enough of that.
Yeah. So just to go off of what Marcus was saying, In comparison, all right, so Marcus was talking about the Adidas not being
My bad.
affected as much, and they are. So let's go look at the cream Yeezys, right? They are $461 right now for my size on StockX. All right?
But they've been around that price since they dropped.
Right.
Yeah, they've always
but,
been.
Yeah, they were hovering between
but
the
the bread
450 and
pair,
500.
the bread pair is at 700. You know,
And they've gone up because the bread pair originally when they dropped, the bread pair were around 500 or 600, but they're going up. The creams are the only one that's at a low price because that's the one that they flooded the market with, which was the most pairs released. You know, and then most people don't want a white ass shoe like that because it gets dirty super fast. But if you look at the other leagues, look at the Belugas. The Belugas were at 600. Now I think they're going 800, 900. You know, everything else before the white.
Solar Stripe.
Yeah, everything before the white pair has been creeping up.
Yeah, well, Ultra
Nothing
Boosts
has fallen
are a
off.
dime a dozen now. Those are everywhere. NMDs are much easier to get. So there's still just a select, product within Adidas that's maintaining its value and its allure. Everything else is kind of floating to where Jordan Brand and Nike are, where there's a lot of product out there, relatively easy to get. Some of it's sitting on shelves. So I don't know.
Belugas are $1,050 right now.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I remember they were around 600-700, and now they're everything's slowly starting to creep up, easy wise. But
exactly, that's my point.
Honestly, all the markets are dying. I'm able to go.
What about the Nike? You still can't get Nike Yeezys at a good price. I mean,
true. Nike, anything involving Yeezy is not going to come down in price because it has a name attached to it.
And the Nike Yeezys are always going to go up because there are so few of them compared to. They only made 3 or 4 colorways, which
not to mention the fact they're getting thinner and thinner.
And finding a good, decent dead stock pair today is that's almost impossible. So yeah, those are going to continue to go up. But I mean, and I'm not counting the NMDs and the Ultra Boosts and things like that. I'm talking about when you come out with your limited pairs, not the GR stuff, but your limited pairs. The Adidas stuff is rising while the Nike stuff is dropping.
Well, even at that, outside of Yeezys, there's how many Ultra Boosts that really go for more than 250 to 300 tops.
Right.
I mean, even the limited ones, the multicolor, the Chinese New Year, unless it's like a Miami Hurricane or ASU PE, they don't go for anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
They were a year ago or so. And they were also flying off the shelves. They were flying off the shelves, and now you can't even.
You can get them at
Can't
Dick's.
get it. Yeah, exactly.
And A45 saying the Yeezys were always a G. Yeah, the V1s were always that price and higher because there was less V1s made than what they have now. When they started, when Adidas introduced the V2, they said from jump that there were going to be more pairs available. So of course the original shoe, and I mean being that it's an original shoe, is going to be a little bit more because that's the first one that they made.
Right. So and Jixie is saying Adidas is climaxed, and I think I would tend to agree. Outside of the Yeezy market, what's difficult to grab?
That's what I was saying. Nothing is. You can get Ultra Boost. You can get just about anything outside of the collabos. You still got to pay a grip for the vape, but
right.
Yeah, but those are
very specific.
Right.
What do you say?
They drop a different collab every week, so you miss on this one, you grab next one.
Right, the consortium thing, and so have you guys seen new Yeezys? And I think that there's I don't know if it's so much the resale market is dying or reselling, the individual reseller as much as StockX apps are kind of taking over that. That market.
Most people they're still the same clientele. They're just doing it through that channel. Now,
right, but it also drives the price down.
Well, to an extent. Are we just simply, looking at more of a supply and demand effect? Is it just way too much product out there that it's easy for the consumer to grab it? So they've kind of, jumped over that middleman, so to speak, leaped the reseller and said, okay, well, we're just going to cut all the margins out so that you really can't make a profit. And that's going to, decentivize you buying it just to resell. Because who was it, Guru, who's talking about how many people come back to his store the day after or the Monday, Tuesday after, returning the shoe because they couldn't sell it.
Yeah.
Right, the resale value isn't there. And that's what I'm trying to figure out is like, so if people are reselling through StockX, is it the availability on StockX that's bringing it down? Like, not only can, like, you might not want to sell it for $500, but this dude over here is willing to sell it for $500. And is that what is killing the resale market? So is it more of that broadband availability, or?
Well, listen, I mean, that's a valid point because there are still some like skyball prices on there. When you start seeing what things are selling at, my theory behind it is that people just get the itch. It's hard to turn down the offer when it's staring you at the face. And StockX does a good job with their marketing of emailing people who are selling and emailing people who are bidding to let them know what's going on. Like, oh, this bid just went up. This just went down. So then, I mean, you got today, you're like, oh, this is going down. It's going down. It's going down. And you're like, wait, it's not going down anymore. What am I going to do? Let me put in a little bit higher. And then they're like, all right, I'll take it.
$10.
Exactly. They're like, all right, I'll take it. So, I mean, you get to negotiate without actually having to see anybody, even though there might be prices on there that are still, $200 to $300 over what you're able to get.
Right. And so, I mean, I really don't feel like the resale market is dead. I feel like as long as there are people with the ability to get things that I can't get or have things that I can't find, there's always going to be that. And there's even brick and mortar stores popping up, like, the Stadium Goods or Flight Club, like what, Ogden's saying. There's all these places that are like in here locally. There's Heat ATL, and there's another one that just popped up. So there's all these places that are popping up, and then, there's going to be a bubble pop. It's going to pop. And I'm excited for when that pop happens. I really am. Like, truly.
Oh, it's coming soon.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, so as this goes down and the vultures no longer see the resource, the opportunity, the currency in the culture, so to speak, has kind of died down. You can't make a profit off of everything. It's just going to leave the enthusiasts. But where does that leave us as a sneaker culture? Are we just going to be thrown aside? Like,
well, we thrive. We continue to thrive. Even when there's down years, I mean, we're still going to be the one.
But think about it. I mean, are you getting all the sneaker cons in the major cities and all the people coming if you don't have that part of the dynamic? It's a butterfly effect. So if you take this predator out of it, do the prey, like, does it just overpopulate? Do they die off? I mean, this is the dynamic that you kind of have to think about. We talked about it beforehand. Is resell and resellers, is that like a necessary evil?
It will affect SneakerCon and all the sneaker events. It definitely will, because when you go to these events, what do you mostly see? You see Yeezys. That's what most people are selling. So once that phase and the hype around the Yeezys dies down, then that will affect sneaker cons and all the other events. Will it, make it where, there's not these big shoe events? No. The people who are passionate about the culture will still show up at these events. We will still show up at these events. It's just going to make it more enjoyable and make it more of a place where we can come and actually meet and hang out with each other instead of a place where we come in there trying to sell and buy.
Exactly, but we can do that on our own. And do these people who are sponsoring it and throwing money into the project, into the events, because they're getting a return for vendor tables and all that, do they say, you know what, we're no longer going to do this. We're no longer going to provide this service because it's not profitable to us. People aren't buying tables and we're not selling as many tickets. Therefore, we're not going to continue to run these events.
They'll just make them smaller. I don't see them saying, you know what, no, we will not be doing SneakerCon,
Right.
I don't know. I could totally see that.
Dallas.
Well, with what Marcus was saying, but I think there's always going to be that something that happens, but it brings it back. The sneaker fleet changed the market, and so all that's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen. So there'll be something new that happens that brings that lifeblood back into the culture as far as that goes. But I can see. We lost Marcus. I can see that thing starting to happen where the shows won't be as big or as often, but they'll just make them that much more important to get to see all the people that are there, to see all, I can't wait for Soul Exchange. By the way, shout out to Soul Exchange, but I can't wait to get to Soul Exchange.
Jersey.
my up north folk, my up north family, and I'm really excited to see how that goes down. Duck Exchange was popular, seeing only Jordans, SBs, and LeBrons. That comes from sneakerfiles.com. Right. And so I like the fact, that the market changes, but we get to see new things, and I dig that.
And what Pino just said is the same thought that I have. This culture has always had its highs and its lows. It's had its peaks and valleys from the day one. I mean, I remember going back, when I had stopped buying Jordans, and then I heard, man, all of a sudden people are spending $300 or $400 or $500 buying Jordans in the resale market. I'm like, wait a minute, let me go back and look at this. And this was probably 15, almost 20 years ago, people going back and buying Jordan 1s and 3s and things like that, the OG colorways. And then it kind of died off and then it picked up. I mean, and that's just the nature of this culture. It's one of those things that's always going to have its ups and downs, And right now we're in a phase where we're trending down, but we'll hit that high again.
Right. So, I want to keep Mike's topic in discussion. I really do. So, because I like what he had to say. And, with all the resale markets that we have, like StockX and GOAT, where they do the legit check and stuff like that. And, Timbastan. Yeah, YouTube has a shitty connection.
I'm not plugging GOAT, dog. We can stop mentioning them.
Yeah, okay, agreed. But I do love StockX, so I will plug them.
Yeah,
but do the limited releases create a larger mass market of fakes, or they're just mass market of everything? What do y'all think, panel wise?
I think there's always going to be a mass market for fakes. You see the shoes that don't even sell out, they make fakes for. The Columbia 11 Lows, Pure Bunnies, they make fakes of those. So there's going to be fakes of everything in just massive numbers. And when it's a hype shoe, those numbers are going to be even greater.
And I agree. I mean, I don't – they've been making fakes since – I can remember since the first Jordan 1. There have been fakes, and will it affect the market for more fakes? I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Right, but so is there a problem with fakes?
Is there a problem with fakes?
Yeah. Where shall I begin?
All right. So here's what I was saying. I don't want to buy fakes, right? So I go through extra length, and I'm willing to pay a little extra money to ensure that what that I have is legit, right? But is there a problem with a kid that doesn't have the money to be able to get, a pair of Yeezys? Is there a problem with him buying something, or her that's buying something that's close to?
Are they buying them under the pretense that they're real?
No, if you get a pair of $100 Yeezy V1s, clearly they're not real. But
how I see it is, if you're gonna buy fakes and rock fakes, go for it. Just don't try and pass them off as real. Just like selling them, don't try and pass them off as real.
Agreed.
They're fake. Just wear it.
Right. Just own it. It is what it is. Oh, those are dope. Oh, yeah. Are they real? Nah, man. I'm not paying that crazy price. I couldn't get them at the store, so I just paid $100 to get the fake ones just because I like the way they look. All right, cool. That's what's up.
Yep.
Would you wear them?
Would I wear them?
Yeah.
No. No. That's blasphemy for an enthusiast. You know what I mean? That's unheard of. But I'm not going to knock somebody who's being fiscally responsible, and they may not be. They're not into it like I am. They don't know that that's a dirty word in my language. So I have to separate the two. I have to play devil's advocate and say, oh, that's what's up. I respect your opinion and how you go about things, and yeah.
Right, and that's kind of how I feel about the fake market. If there's a kid who wants to just the comment section is talking about those black calls, the samples or whatever,
Samples.
that are whatever. They're dope. They look dope. But I won't buy them because I know that they're not real. So that's my own nose stuck up personally. But if somebody's just like what sneakerfiles.com just said, personally, if someone is wearing fakes, I don't care. I just like that they try to sell or pass them off as real, and I agree. I won't call someone out like that motherfucker got fakes right there. Now, if he's selling them, then yes. If he's just wearing them, minding his own fucking business, going to the post office box, then no, I'm not. I have no desire to do that. Like it does me no good. You know, it just all. And for me, what it seems like is a I'm better than you situation. So as far as the fakes go, and as the market of fakes goes, you know what you're getting into. If the price is too good to be true, it's too true, or it's too.
I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead, Maul.
Oh no, I was just gonna post a picture of your face when you see fakes. So clearly, I'm sure everybody remembers last. Wait, everybody remembers last week, right? When you turn your nose up at my UAs, right? Not my UAs, like unauthorized Under Armour. Let's just let's make sure we square that away. So I just wanted to share with everybody if they haven't seen this ridiculous face over here.
So I'm supposed to. African Caesar says, somebody remind Daniel to plug SneakerCon Chicago. Make sure that you're coming to SneakerCon Chicago. Him and I will be hosting the basketball game. And
that's news.
We're hosting the basketball game, and we're going to be giving color commentary on SneakerCon's IG Live. So there it is. Go ahead, Mo.
There's your picture. This is Dan's face when he sees a pair of fakes at SneakerCon. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
Right, but I ain't saying shit though. I'm not gonna say nothing to him. I'm just gonna look at their feet like
Ma, you also have to show his runway picture that you got too.
Oh, his H&M photo?
Yeah, you gotta show that too.
All right, where's the H&M photo?
Why does he got to show this? I hope your whole life is
because it's fantastic.
It's not fantastic.
It is. I mean,
Dan.
I respect you for wearing this, Dan. I mean, you know.
Fuck.
Everybody, Dan, get his romp on. Oh, that suits you well, though. I like the fact that you went with the olive green on you. That's a very good hue.
You know, he had the olive 5s on with that too.
Of course. Now he had to take Fight 8s.
Oh, right.
The 8s, man, them jokers, I love them.
Can you take that shit down? Everybody saint it. They saint it. Just so we're clear, that's not me in a fucking romper.
Well, who is it?
I don't fucking know. Some old
I'm sure it's you, bro.
That's your face.
Shout out to Kevin, Buckeye City Soul.
Yeah, showed him how to do that. It's my head stuck on some whatever. Anyway, you know. So for me, like, I can't even get back to the conversation now.
And it will be on the Monday Midsole IG page after the show. For everybody that want to go and leave comments, it will be on the IG page.
Woo.
I would.
Oh my God!
You're an asshole for that. And so I would like to see like what Kixie's talking about here. It's like the sneakerhead Grammys, like that would be dope.
That is really dope.
I think that would be cool. I think that's something that should be done at a sneaker event, like, you know, most rare, that blah, 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 blah. Molly Mall, can you send me that picture? I will post it on IG. Shout out Daniel and the romper.
This might get more love than your bathtub picture. This might get more love than your bathtub picture.
I need you to not do that, Pino. I need you. One-legged romper.
One-legged romper. I'm dead.
I didn't wear that in San Francisco. The fake, like, look, we're gonna move it along.
It feels so good not to be the joke of the show for 1 week. It feels wonderful.
It's like no fucking escape right now. Like, it's a $230 billion market. The fake market is bigger than is.
It really is. That's a valid point.
The market is bigger than the sneaker market. $230 billion. Thank you for trying to pull me out of this. Hey, Steph, how are you? And I can't. And Jody can't even breathe right now because y'all got me so fucked up.
Somebody check at her because she couldn't spell breathe. she might have passed out.
Literally struggling.
Mid typing.
Okay. So Marcus, and I think this is going to be a really good conversation. Because we're gonna take back, not back to the romper, but Preem sells more than Supreme. Rompers and J's. Next week it's going to be rompers and J's.
You know, I'm fashionable. I can pull off anything. So, you know, I'm fashionable like that, you know.
Yeah,
One
that
week is
is
skinny jeans. Another week is rompers. I can pull it off. Not a problem.
You sure can. Fire that shit up. So, Marcus, you want to introduce your topic, please, for the love of God?
Yes, sir. We all have grails. You know, some of us have more than one, you know, but everybody has an ultimate grail. The one grail that's missing from your collection that you just have to have, that you have missed. What is that ultimate grail? And if you could get it, how many pair of your kicks would you trade in to get that grail? Now, for me, I've got 2. Stop, Ma.
I'm saying, get your shit together. Bank support terrorism.
Get it together.
All right. Hashtag one-legged romper.
And wait, hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back to the romper because my boy Jay Weezy.
That's the hashtag, dog. That's the hashtag for this week's show. So if you want to shout out, use the hashtag one-legged romper.
Well, my boy Jay Weezy said
Yes.
that he would rock a romper if we brought him on the show. I haven't seen him in the comments.
Where is he?
So
Where is he? Wait,
if
he's
he's
in
there,
every- Where is he? Where's Project Chick? Where are they?
if he's there, I need you to say something because we're gonna bring you on the show.
I need sign of life. I need proof of life.
And the first 10 minutes of the show, you have to wear that romper.
Yeah. I don't think he's in there.
Damn.
No, he's not.
Okay.
I ain't wearing no romper. My ass. Anyway, can we
You already did it,
please?
Hold on. This is my man right here. Sitting right next to the romper.
See,
Go ahead.
all right, go. Shout out to John.
Shout out to John and Project Chick because she
Yeah.
tags us on all the good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So with me, my ultimate girl, I actually have 2. And y'all gonna call me hype beef for one of them. The first one is the Yeezys Red October.
Oh no.
That's a shoe. I don't care what you say. I love red shoes, and that's the shoe of all shoes. For that, I would probably trade 5 pair of kicks for that one. That's a 5
I don't think
pair.
you could get them for 5 pair.
That's all I'm giving up. That's all I'm giving up. But I mean, I could probably get them for 5 pair if I gave away. I mean, like if I traded in 5 of
I
my
think that'd be
Yeezys.
5 really dope shoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
5 Adidas for 1 Nike. Is that the going rate?
That's it. That's it. That's all I'm giving up. And my other one is the Ray Allen 13s,
Which pair? White and green?
the white and green.
What size?
Ooh.
11.
11.
I know a place that has a 9.
Dan will get them.
I don't even like 13s like that.
I'm fitting in 09.
Man, that's the shoe of all shoes.
I got a man size shoe.
Ooh, Lord of mercy.
But yeah, the Ray Allen 13s, that's a 4 sneaker trade for that one. I'll give up 4 of my kicks for that one.
You just said,
huh?
Oh, no, my bad. You're good.
Yeah, 4 for those and 5 for the Red Octobers. Those are my 2 like grails of all grails. What you got, Ma? What's your grail?
I like you. I want a pair of the Nike Yeezys. I thought I carded not the red ones, the platinums.
No, those are dope.
Or the solars. And fighting that night. It was a boxing fight on, and I believe like right as it started, was it Pacquiao and Mayweather or something like that?
I think it might have been Mayweather. I think.
Yeah, it definitely was Mayweather. I can't think of who he was fighting though. And as soon as the fight, went off, and listen, I was sitting at home. I was studying for some exam. I don't freaking know. And I was locked into the computer. I had tweet alerts on. I was stalking my phone, stalking Twitter, refresh. Like I was on it, and I wouldn't leave the house. My wife was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm not going anywhere. Like I'm staying in the house. I'm going to get these shoes." And then my boys are like, "Bro, come out. Come watch the fight. We got Wi-Fi." So I get there. I run inside the house, plug in my laptop. I'm sitting there with my phone trying to eat. And then I see it go off. I'm like, oh, fumbling, dropping shit. I pick up the phone. It's in the cart. I'm like, yes. whole shit crashes. Done. Site's done. Got cart jacked, called Nike the next morning. No luck. Sorry. Go kick bricks. So either the platinums or the solars, I would definitely want a pair of those. I am worried about the amount of fakes that are out there, and that always kind of turns me off to getting the shoe. As far as how much I would trade for them, I don't know, man. I get separation anxiety. I get seller's remorse when I let go of shoes. So it would have to be. I'd have to have a double. And I would say, if you caught me on the right day, you might be able to beat me over the head for, like you said, 5-6 pairs.
Molly, you got quadruples. What the hell are you talking about?
On certain things, but it's a deal. They gotta want these things, or there's got to be an ability for, if it's like a consignment shop, they need to see the markup, the fact that they're gonna be able to make the money. Because what's easier, selling one shoe or selling 5 or 6 shoes?
Right.
And I guess you can see that either way. If it's 5 attractive shoes that you can get rid of easy, as opposed to one with a high ticket. But yeah, if I think 5 or 6, that's the max, and that's pushing it, man. That's overcooking my grits right there. And then the other one that I really, really desperately want, and every time I see Jody at a sneaker show, she usually has them on, and it drives me crazy. And Ed had them on when I saw him in The Son of Some Man. Had them on when I saw him in Cleveland, and this guy here had a pretty okay go shot of them. Those would be the DB5s. I got a couple bids on StockX, and the price is only going up. No one's even looking at my bid. So I don't know. I have to pray to the StockX gods on that they just come through. That's probably like a 3 or 4 pair. I can't see myself going too crazy, because realistically, at that point, I mean, for the retail price, I might as well just pay the resale price. You know what I'm saying? Clip as is. So if I'm gonna give 5 pairs away, I might as well just drop the cash on it.
All right, y'all all see. Caesar just said he gonna rock a Monday Midsole romp at SneakerCon.
Lord have mercy, Wolf.
Can he not do that?
Can someone please call a seamstress?
Oof.
What's that? West?
Somebody go get a shout. Somebody go get a curtain.
We're gonna need a parachute for that motherfucker.
You have to get a shower curtain.
Oh.
So
one-legged romper.
Oh my God! Can you stop? No romper. Look, the comment section is still going off on the romper. I need you to not. I'm trying to read the comments and respond.
Oh,
I think Mr. needs that first romper off the press. I ain't wearing no romper, y'all. I ain't doing it. So here's the deal with this, with this topic. And Marcus said trade specifically. 804 King of Rompers and J's. Romper head clothing line, they're going bananas with this in there. Diana Lopez, what is it that you're wanting me to do? Did I miss your comment? Are you wanting me to wear a romper? I'm not wearing a romper. I'm not gonna do it. I'm way too big. But I ain't trading nothing. I ain't trading a damn thing. But I will not buy in attempts to try to get it. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Everything inside my collection means something to me. So, and the stuff that I would trade or I would get rid of, nobody wants. But I really want the Air Yeezy 1, the net. You know what I'm talking about? The tan one. I want those so bad. Everybody's still laughing. Sweet baby Jesus, no. Fuck Trump rompers for president. Lister in a romper. This is fucking ridiculous. And I also really want the Obsidian and Filbert 7s romp in the box.
Romp in the box.
God damn it. Y'all motherfuckers, I was going to try to not cuss and shit, but fuck y'all, fuck all you dicks, especially you, Ma. You can eat a whole bowl full of dicks. Just pour some milk on that shit and just gobble it up. A whole bunch of dicks. Anyway, they would not look hot with 8s, Rich. They would not look hot. Nothing is okay. I'm a man. Anyway, so I really want the Yeezy the Yeezy 1, the Nike net. And
I'm a boy.
I am a boy.
Oh shit.
Maul had to mute himself because he can't even help it. Oh God! Look, got me sweating like I'm getting old and shit over here.
Can we take an intermission?
Y'all motherfuckers, you can speak on dicks when you're rocking rompers. You can't speak on dicks when you're rocking rompers. I don't rock robbers. What size? Kixie Jixie, you have the Ray 11s. What size are those? Marcus, would you wear the Ray 11s?
Huh? What I do what now?
Oh, the Ray 11s?
The Ray Allen 11s. Yeah.
Woo. What size are those?
The 11s.
I just asked her. Let's see what she comes back with. But
The
so
ones
for
that they
me, it's
basically
the
wear,
gold?
like the ceremonies, yeah, the ones that they.
yeah, with the red bottom.
I wouldn't wear it. Shit.
I would wear those.
I wouldn't wear it.
Like,
Going in the
I'm
case.
saying the J2K, the 7s, the Filbert, and the Obsidian pack. I want those. God damn it. Man. Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. Get it
It's hot as
together.
hell in here. It's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
so hot.
It really is. Good Lord. I'm going to just fan myself with these Rejuvenator Soul Shields. How's that?
Shout out to Rejuvenator. So yeah, the J2K and the Yeezy V1 or the Nike Yeezy 1 net would be mine. What you got? Mike, please,
honestly,
God, do something. Robin Hood.
Wait, why did they dress up like in a romper?
Look,
I said
people are just leaving because they were just sitting here quietly. So it would be great if we could get back to the show.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Get your shit together.
the one pair, the What the Dunk. I've never seen it in a size 13. I've only seen up to a 12. I know the perfect pair has a size 13. That's
Wait,
the only
doesn't
one I
your
know.
boy have one?
Who?
I'm going to see what's. I may.
Go ahead.
That's the one pair that I've always wanted my entire life. I've never even seen in my size. And I would probably give 10 pairs for that.
10.
Honestly.
10.
Honestly. That is my holy grail of holy grails. After that, I would not need another pair of shoes.
The What the Dunk
Because nothing
lows?
would matter.
Be careful what you say there.
The lows, right?
The What the Dunk lows.
Eminem 4. Word.
Which
I wasn't
Eminem
even
4?
thinking.
I like the blue ones a lot better.
The Encores?
Yeah, the Encores a lot
Kid
better.
Hearts?
No. Yeah, I'm about to block. I'm gonna start blocking motherfuckers that say romper in the comments. You get a timeout. But yeah, Portland Kicks has a DS pair of the J2K ones. Ones or 7s. So anyway, Ma, what are your grails that you would trade for? I mean, like I think you said, but like, what are your grails that you don't have? Because I know.
Right. So for me, like the Eminem 4s are dope, but that's realistically that's not an option for me, right? I mean, you got to give up a lot. You got to give cash, dope kicks. You got to give up grails to get that. So, trying to keep it realistic, like the DB5s, those are definitely on my list. I do want the calls, and as the price keeps going down, I'm like, damn, pull the trigger. But for me, I like to keep those expensive purchases right around that $8 to $850 level. Anything beyond that starts to get me a little uneasy. You know what I mean? That's right at my limit. So, I guess theoretically the best thing would be to trade for them, but once again, I just don't like getting rid of my shoes. Like you said, like even if it's a double, I bought a double for a reason. It wasn't to sell. It's because I want 2 pair. I want a pair that if something were to happen, I get caught in the rain or, who knows, anything. I drop a slice of pizza on it, that I have a fresh pair waiting for me that I can just grab and.
Yeah, but that's that Grail that you're not gonna see all the time, compared to shoes. Well, I mean, not counting your IDs and stuff like that. You got a lot of shoes that you'll be able to get for just a little bit over box.
I mean, I get the argument, and so maybe, like I said, if you caught me on a good day, like it's one thing to say it in theory, it's another thing for that shoe to be right there in front of your face where you can grab it, hold it, touch it, and take it home. That might be the decision maker right there to say here.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry,
the
I can't
problem
look at
is,
the comment. I can't look at the comments.
no, I had to move the comments real quick. But the thing is, like, at what point are you now giving up too much where you might as well just take the cash out and buy the shoe?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so for me, like, I could part with money. You know, like, if I had the opportunity to get rid of money, like, I really would like the Arctic Orange Dawn 2s in the men's sizes, which I know they released the men's size. I know they did.
Well, but the mass release hasn't come
They're coming out. Don C.
Yeah, they are coming out.
But not yet.
But what the All-Star LeBron, like, let me see. I wonder what they're going for, like, on StockX. But, like, so, like, I love that shoe and I want that shoe something bad. What, the All-Star, where is it at? But am I willing to trade something for it? Like, there it goes. What, the MVP? Excuse me. Like, they don't even have an asking, like, 2,000, 2,500, $3,000, and none of them are my size. You know, the closest is 11.5 and it's $2,400. Like, I want that shoe, but I'd rather just not buy shit, right, that's coming out now and save up for those and have the ability to get something that I want, you know, like that. So the idea of trading my shoes, because the shoes that I would want, I would have to trade some of my favorite shoes to get, you know, period, hands down. And I can't do that. I can't let go of the shoes that I've already collected and made my way into. You know, King of VI said the
King of Sixes,
Macklemore Sixes. Yeah, King of VI. Yeah, Sixes. He says VI if you go to watch his YouTube.
Oh, really? My bad.
King of VI. Yep. If you go watch King of VI's YouTube, it's King of VI. And you know, he really is the king of sixes. And but he said the Macklemore Sixes are some of the girls I've seen in here. The black and gold metallic ones, some of the Oregon 14s, which are super dope. You know, and yeah, there's my girls are OG Kemp's Kamikaze 2s. I'm not even 100% sure. That's Kixie, and she comes up with like random stuff that I'm not tracking, you know. Jordan 4 Carhartt M&M. Now, I've seen the Jordan 4 Carhartt M&M in hand, and I like the Encore better than those, to be 100% honest. I like the Encore much better. And to me, my favorite 4 is not even an M&M 4. It's the UNC 4.
Hey, you're not allowed to like that shoe, my friend.
Oh, I sure as fuck can.
You are not allowed to like that shoe.
At all.
What? Because what?
It's got the same color as the 11s, and it's got the same color as the Pantone.
Yeah, it's Carolina blue, and you proclaim that Carolina blue sneakers are girl shoes.
Right.
Therefore, ergo, you are not allowed to like that shoe.
Not all of them.
Period. End of story. Tar Heel Nation, baby. Let's go.
Right, go Bulldogs, and I hope they fucking chew y'all alive. Oh Lord, Daniel don't even know what. I know what kamikazes are, Miss Evans.
Yeah, right.
I know what they are. I just Kixie's Grails are just out there. You know, like if you see her collection, I think maybe you'd understand what I'm talking about. Like, I would like to just see her collection, just to rummage through her boxes. Pause. Rummage through the boxes in there and see what she's got in her collection. Fuck. Anyway, shut up. I'm done talking. Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't been kicked off YouTube yet.
Right. Yeah. So I would like to, yeah, like dude says, dude, you rep Tar Heel Nation and rock Kyrie's? What the fuck? That's directed at you.
First of all, Kyrie never played against UNC. He was barely a half a year at Duke. And Kyrie's from Jersey, so there's a different affiliation. There's a different following behind that. But, you know, my heart bleeds Carolina blue.
Right.
And that's it. You don't like it?
Right. No, I bet that shoe is so dope, though. Because of the Argyle print on the inside and on the outside on the midsole.
And the Tar Heel foot on the
on the top. Like, it's dope. Like, they did it well. My box is not to be rummaged in. First hair. That's what Kixie said. My apologies. That's totally not what I meant. God damn it. So anyway, but I think this is a good time to maybe segue to anything different. You know, so for me and is Mike still in here? Let me check and see if he's still in the comment section. He is. Okay. So me and Mike Jenkins, y'all, I mean, he's got his underscore or his @ is M_G_J12, former Atlanta Falcon. Runs a gym out here close to me. And we are currently doing this LeBron versus Jordan, right? Where we are. I'm posting up the stats, and he's posting up about the shoes, right? And each day at 5 o'clock, we are going 1 through 14, and we're gonna battle it out. Not you, Ogden, the other one. Your Verketta win. Hey, Verketta. So I'm in this group chat, and they were talking about how Verketta is ball colored. Just gonna put that out there. Yep.
I see.
I was in that same one. No. Just no.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I would like to hear the panels. I know this panel has grown up on Jordan, except for you, Marcus. You grew up on Jesus sandals. We all knew that you grew up with rocks and stuff. So but my question is. Do you think LeBron will have a lasting shoe line like Jordan has a lasting shoe line?
Yes, he will. They've already started with the retros, bringing back the retro ones. I love the 5s, the 6s, the 8s, the 9s. Didn't like the 10s, but I love the 11s. It's only a matter of time before we start seeing retros of pairs like that. The Big Bang. Any of the Christ the Kings, SVMs. It's only a matter of time before we start seeing those retro and come back into the general population.
So here's my question to you, though. Retro line, because obviously Jordan, they keep their longevity through making colorways of their signature models, right? The 1s, 2s, etc. Would different colorways sell well on a LeBron, or do you actually need to just release the colorways that were doped, like the South Beach 9? If they spin another colorway on the 9, is that going to sell though? You know what I mean? I don't see that. I don't see that same translation in the retro.
I do.
I could.
The 8 is dope. Like, would you buy a white cement LeBron 8?
I'm not buying a white cement anything. I might get a white. Oh, okay. Cement. I don't know. I feel like that's like blasphemy. It's like, I'm not. Cements are for Jordans, dog. Like, that's it.
But there were Kobe's that had it on it.
Yeah, but that was.
Oh, but now it's different.
Well, Kobe's the GOAT next to Mike. So, but that was specifically to replicate that pair. That was like almost like paying homage.
Why can't LeBron pay homage to Jordan?
All right.
Yeah, by what? By changing his number to 6 and then going back to 23.
That's 2 times 3.
Nike can pay homage to Nike.
2 times
It's
4.
one over Jordan.
Yeah.
No, but Kobe came in as 8 and then went to 24. He didn't come in as 23 and then try to renege and say, "I just want to wear number 6. I don't think anyone should wear number 23." Anywho, when it comes to LeBrons, if they retro the actual pairs that came out, the dope colorways, I think that would be the way to go. I think if they try to put different colorways and different spins on them, I think ultimately that will fall flat.
You think it will fail?
Yeah, if they put their own twist and create new stories and all this stuff on certain models, I don't think it's going to sell.
Marcus?
I agree 100% with Maul. I mean, you can go back and retro 1 through 8 or 1 through 10, and to make an impact, they're going to have to be limited because you're not going to be able to put them out in GR numbers for them to sell. The only ones you'll be able to put out are like the limited edition colors, like the South Beach and the Entourage and colors like that. But some of the other OG colors, they're not going to sell. They're not going to move. So it won't have the type of effect that the Jordans have had. It won't have the history and the longevity of it. You'll be able to keep retroing them, but after a certain while, you're going to be retroing the same colors because, like Maul said again, when you start adding different colors like Jordan brand can do with their shoes, it's not going to work. It's not going to work on the LeBrons. So if they can stick with the original colorways and some of the limited type colorways, then yes, they'll be okay. But it still will never have the impact of Jordan brand.
They drop a
Even at
South
that,
Beach 8, that's
it
going to blow.
keeps releasing the original colorways over and over again. And then they're now releasing us samples. It seems the ones that they do that are their own new created colorways, like the green glows and all that, those don't seem to sell. It's the retros of ones they've already done that actually seem to move.
That's what I mean. I think if they try to follow the Jordan blueprint and create different colorways on all of the models, that it's just going to be a waste of money and their shares are going to drop. And listen, they're going to retro. There's going to be plenty of retros. They're paying this man a very large sum of money. They think he's going to be the future. So they have to find some way to, make money off of that. Otherwise, it's just a dead asset.
Right. So I think there's that. I think there is more than enough. Like 1 through 11 specifically. And I think that 11 or 12s and 13s are going to be like 9s for me, or like 15s for me. Like I don't like ankle dicks. I don't like ankle dicks. And I don't like the 12s either. I like Kixie's in here saying like that his shoe isn't lifestyle, that it's mainly for sports, and it's not that sneaker enthusiasts won't buy them, sports people will buy them. And I think that's really what's so cool, though. I mean, it is kind of heavy, and I do like the 14th. But what I think is cool, though, is it's not a Jordan thing. Like, will they retro the Kobe's? Will that happen? Happen. Like when is it going to start happening?
Well, it got pushed back. The ones we're going to release in December. There was going to be a black pair and then a luxe pair. But with all the releases that were coming out, Nike made the executive decision to push it back and wait a little bit.
Kids, so like Slim Nick says, kids grow up now, never saw Jordan touch a basketball, but buy his gear off the strength that he is the GOAT. 10's the best LeBron to ball in. Like ankle dicks if anybody wants them. People are trying to get rid of their LeBrons, and I don't think that Jordan's success will ever, or like LeBron's sneaker line, will ever truly compare to the Jordan brand.
No.
But can Kobe's compare?
No.
Can will Kyrie's line? I mean, I know we're 3 in. Will it be able to compare?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No line will. No shoe line will.
Nobody ever will.
There will never be another shoe like the Jordans. I mean, it won't even come close. The numbers will never come close.
So can there be? That's also how I feel about. If okay, yeah, LeBron's really, really good. He's the greatest player right now, but he's not better than Mike. He will always be number 2, at best, in my book. So let's take that into consideration. Can he be that number 2? Can he be, Nike's cash cow, because Jordan's it's its own entity, it's Jordan brand. Can he be Nike's cash cow for 5, 10, 15 years? I don't see it. I don't.
Not by itself, no.
All right, hold on. Marcus?
No, I mean, there will never be another cash cow for Nike. I mean, when you look at the silhouettes that are coming out now, there'll never be another shoe that can sell. And we talked about that, I think that was last week. There'll never be another shoe that can sell like the Jordan line. So, because now they're not going for a lifestyle type of shoe. They're not going for a look. They're going for performance. And, how many people are going to be out buying a shoe for performance? Not many. I mean, the number of people who play sports and stuff like that is very minimal compared to people who are going to go out and buy a shoe for the way it looks.
Right. But, sorry, go ahead. Mike, what did you have?
I was thinking you were talking about like Kobe's and stuff and how that no shoe will ever, and people won't buy them because they're not a lifestyle shoe. Personally, like the Kobe's, the Kyrie's that have dropped recently, super comfortable, and you can wear them off the court as a lifestyle shoe.
But does it have that same pop as a Jordan?
Not yet. It's too early though.
Not yet.
A lot of the Jordan sales has to do with nostalgia, and I mean the Kyrie line is just it's really in its genesis. It's just beginning. I think the ones are really dope, and I think eventually, like for me personally, if they were to retro ones in different colors and other silhouettes, because you got to think about it. There was a very limited amount of colorways that they released because it was a new model. Same thing with like the PGs. You can see there's not a lot of production on the PGs. There's a colorway here and there. And a lot of the times that falls into that same bucket of, oh, we're putting out these Nike basketball sneakers. Let's give PG a colorway. Time to shine, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that if you look at, Kyrie's like Pippins. Ooh, I don't know. But
I saw that same shit. I saw the same shit.
But like I was saying, you know, if they were to make more of the ones, I think a lot of people would gravitate to them. You know, obviously there's a lot of people who follow me who are, you know, Kyrie enthusiasts as well. And there are just some colorways or IDs that they would have wanted to make that they didn't. And if they were to retro, unlike a LeBron, I think that people would really, you know, go for that.
So when did Jordan start selling out?
I mean, different models sold out. I mean, it wasn't, you know.
I mean, like immediately,
ones,
like 3 years ago, like the way it was selling out like 3 years ago. When did Jordan start selling out like that?
The shoe that always comes to mind for whatever reason, it's probably because it's one of the rare shoes I camp for, was those Concord 11s.
Yeah.
All right, so we're talking about the 11th iteration. Now, was that like
I feel like that went nuts.
first time it came out, or was that a retro?
Even when the first Concord came out, it was selling. Even when the first, because it was so completely different from anything else that you had seen. I mean, I even remember watching the news and they were talking about this patent leather sneaker that you can dress up or you can wear it casual. And it was a big thing. So, I mean, just because of that and the hype around it, and then
that was also right when he came back too. That was right when he when he was making his comeback. So it holds even more.
I mean, think about if we had social media back then, the way we have it now. You know, Mike missed out on that. I mean, that shoe would be unbelievable if we had the social media back then that we have now.
So Reggie Carson saying that the first Concord set and Concords went on sale. So my question is at what point did like Bread 16 sold out in my area? 01 Columbia sold out in my area. So
yeah, that area has a lot to do with that too.
I was about to say, depending on where you are, yeah, wherever Reggie is, they may have sat, but in most places, the Concord sold out. I mean, I remember going back to get a second pair and they were gone, you know. So, I mean, those shoes sold out.
Right. And that's the thing though, but we've seen with the LeBron retro with the OG pair, the Home and the Vachetta, they both sold out. Boom, immediately.
There's very limited production on those as well.
Right. But there were also limited production on the Jordans when they were retroing back, you know, not all the time, but there was still like they aren't retro or producing the numbers they are now. So when LeBron retires, and say he gets 2 more rings, right?
Stop it.
That'll put him at 5. Well, look, you're biased.
I'm not biased.
Right? You're biased because you know you're biased.
I'm not biased.
And I love you. You're biased because you're a Golden State fan. And in your mind that they're not going to get past Golden State and get another ring.
That's false. I picked the Cavs to win.
No, do you really?
Beginning of the playoffs.
But I'm saying if LeBron has the ability to pick up 2 more rings and he walks away with 5, right, and that's when he retires with 5 rings, right? Will that solidify his, you know?
Number 2, yeah. I just said it. He's not.
Like, nobody's saying that he's going to be better than Jordan. I don't think that he will ever hold the heart or anything.
What's the question? Are we saying solidify 2 as far as his shoe?
Solidify as what? His shoe?
As a player.
The man.
Right. Will it increase the sales? Will people retro and then be like, fuck yeah, I want that shoe?
No. First of all, he doesn't even wear his own shoes. The entire playoffs last season, he rocked the Zoom Soldiers. So I had to buy those clunky, nasty things on the Kyrie LeBron pack that are sitting collecting dust. I'm about to throw over the telephone pole. Like, he's not rocking his own signature model. He's not pushing his own product. Why am I going to spend, in that case, $200 on a shoe that this man won't even wear that doesn't fit me because it weighs, it's built for a 260-pound man and I'm 5'10" and 180 soaking wet. I can't wear it. It's too big.
I'm not a LeBron fan. I mean, I'm a LeBron fan. I love LeBron. I love to watch him play. But to categorize him with Jordan is just we shouldn't even talk about it because if you look at last night's performance by LeBron, you never saw Jordan play like that. You never saw Kobe play like that. So they never
had bad games.
It's one thing to have a bad game, right? But you miss 100% of the shots you never take. And for him to cower and take himself out of the game, That's ridiculous.
And Jordan, if Jordan was slacking on making his shots, then he was passing. He was getting it to whoever was hot. Jordan was very smart. Okay, you can't put him and LeBron in the same category. The only other player that you can put there next to him since Jordan is Kobe. Period. It's the end of discussion.
Well, I mean, like in my mind, I feel that there's opportunity for it to grow. You know, both of those lines, the Kobe line and the LeBron line, I think that they both have the opportunity to retro and be successful.
Right. I think, you know, in our area, if you think of like, you know, kind of the Eastern Seaboard or what have you, they may not be as popular, right? So like I go to a show in New York, you're not going to see a bunch of people with Kobe's, but damn it, man, I can't wait to go to LA. You know what I mean? So it does have to, when a limited Kobe would come out and you would see it on the map, you know, all of that stuff was shifted in Nike LA and all those areas or what have you. And then there'd be spots in New York where it'd be, you know, almost impossible to grab them because they already were going out the back door. You know, the HTMs, the Mercer packs, all the really, really dope exclusive Kobe's. So it's all about your area as well.
Exactly.
All right. So I think we beat that one to death. So we have 14 minutes to spare because I mean, like I'm looking at the panel and I feel like Maul is like sweating on this conversation. Like, are you upset? This conversation, like
The LeBron thing?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I'm passionate about basketball, so you're always gonna get that out of me when we're talking about this. And it's a conversation that you just can't avoid. The conversation I have at work with novice, you know, basketball fans, average basketball, casual basketball fans who think like LeBron is the second coming, like, you know, and they say a lot of things not knowing really any facts. But it's a conversation that, you know, you can go into the barbershop and spend 2 hours on.
Right. Right. But I mean, like, so I don't have the basketball knowledge that y'all have. I truly don't, which is why I ask all these questions. And I agree with Beta Jedi that two more rings are easily in reach, especially as long as he keeps Kyrie around, because Kyrie is one of my favorite basketball players playing the game. Like, I like to watch him play.
Kyrie's a stud.
Yeah,
Kyrie was
Kyrie.
the MVP. Kyrie was the MVP last year in the finals. Kyrie was the MVP. They should have got co-MVP because LeBron was just ridiculous. And I'll give him his credit. They should have got co-MVP.
Right. So,
no, you can't do co-MVP there.
Of course not, because this is LeBron's league.
Right. And so
he led in every offensive. He led in all 5 categories.
Yeah, but those are numbers, and some of that was padded. So like Game 5, that was Kyrie's game. Those 41 points, that was Kyrie. And LeBron had a solid game. LeBron had a solid game, but he got his points after Curry got thrown out. Like it wasn't the same 41 points that Kyrie was scoring, because every big shot that they needed, that's when Kyrie would step up and hit the big shot. And then LeBron was getting his fast breaks here and there toward the end of the game, padding his stats. So if you
Kyrie did hit the big shots. I will give him that. But for somebody to lead in points, rebounds, assists, steals,
the ball's going through him. The ball's going through him every single time. Yeah, you're gonna.
But steals, blocks, rebounds.
Yeah,
that's all on. That's after.
Which is why he should have got co-MVP.
So Absolute Styles is saying that his 16-year-old is dying for LeBron's to retro. My son asked me if he could get some of the shoes that I've been picking up recently, and he wants them to retro.
Right, but those are the dope colorways that you're picking up. If those models came out in average colorways, are these kids going to be clamoring to get those?
Nope.
So you tell me if they made this shoe, right? If they came out with this shoe with like, and they did that maroon, did this one, like it was all maroon suede with like the white bubble, you wouldn't cop it? I would. I'd punch somebody's fucking mama. Like, sorry, your mama gonna have to bleed today.
Yeah, that doesn't need as much, because you're punching mamas like it's a sport. You're punching mamas for GRs these days. Like, listen, I like the 7s. I don't have any 7s in my collection. Right? As crazy as that might sound. So if they came out with a colorway that was, I would cop 1 or 2. and then I would cop the colorways that were dope. You know what I mean? But I'm not going out there saying I need to now collect every retro, LeBron fill in the blank. I'm just not.
Right. But is there any model that you're out there saying I have to collect every Jordan 3 or 4 or 1?
Yeah. I got to collect every Jordan 3 and 11. I mean, bottom line, I want every single
even if
color.
It's a trash colorway, you'll still buy it even if
it's a 3, I'm buying it. It's a 3, I'm buying it.
Did you get the wool?
No, not yet, because I know it was going to sit and the price is going to continue to drop, and it's continuing to drop. So I will have it.
Hey, listen, there's going to be one-offs, right, Mike? So, yeah, maybe I'm not collecting all, let's just say they retro 22 pairs, right? But I'm going to get 80% of that, of whatever that model is that I really, really like. So I may not have every single one. And, sometimes it's impossible because if they hit you with a quick strike that's, selling for $1 million, you just got to take the L. But, of the threes, 90% of the threes that come out, they'll sell out.
I'm saying I'm looking at Reggie Carson's like, y'all need to go watch kids basketball games. The gyms are full of LeBron, Curry, Kyrie's. Go to a 21 and up club, and you're not seeing any of those. And I probably need to go do that. I should really do that. But what
would you expect kids to play in? I mean, Jordans are not made. I mean, 31s kids don't like. I mean, nobody likes 31s and 30s and 29. So
and those are pricey too.
Right.
I think there's that call for it because those kids are playing ball in those shoes, right? So who's to say 10 years down the road that they're not going to do that? I think that would be so cool.
But see, those kids are playing ball in those shoes, but when they come out of the gym and they going home, they got Jordans on.
Yeah,
so that's what you're missing. That's what you're missing.
And I 100% agree with that. Like, I wear Jordans more than I do bronze. I'm literally just picking up bronze.
Which is dangerous, my friend.
Why is that?
Because you'll see. Well, you ain't got no more space. You talking
about with the bronze?
I already got to buy
bronze. I would be happy with one of each between 1 and 12. With just one. I don't have to have every colorway. But back to what we were saying before with the Jordans, I want pretty much every color in every 1 through 13.
So this is what I'm feeling though. Is like that's how I felt about the 5s. Is I want all of the 5s, right? And I want every colorway of the 8s. But I don't anymore. And I'm tired of 5s. I'm tired of unboxing 5s. I have 20. I mean, like I'm gonna get that black premium 5. I'm probably gonna end up getting that fucking blue and the red suede. But I'll like 5s, man. How many 5s do I need?
They'll call you back. Trust me, they always do.
I might just be burning out on 5s, and I think it's Jordans in general. I've hit a point where I'm just like, it's the same shoe that I'm getting every time. I want something different, and so I want them to, and that's something that I would like to see is them to bring out new colorways of the LeBron 8, of the LeBron 7, of the I would love to see him marooned out with a white air bubble. Anyway. So a couple of things real quick I want to say. King of VI, please go check out. He's got some merch out. Let me see what this thing is. I want to plug him real quick because he's out here doing his thing, man. So King of VI, hold on. KingofVI.bigcartel.com. He just dropped a whole bunch of merch. I'm going to hopefully King of the and he just dropped a bunch of merch. So go support our brother out there who's doing big things and trying to do something different. So I put that out there. And what our plan is right now is to get these shirts kind of going. We want to have a shirt ready for y'all, but we also want to have a quality piece of merchandise, not some like bullshit thrown together really fast type thing. So that's something that we're working on. And we're going to do these shout outs and do the damn thing. So Mike, what you got for us tonight? Shout outs and around the horns.
All right. I just want to give a shout out. One, Wreck-N Rob. He always comes through on the custom heel tab swaps, midsole swaps, obviously. Rejuvenator, always keeping me clean. as always, at One-Legged Lister knows exactly what's up. And I want to give a big shout out to you, Daniel, One-Legged Lister. You were the one who talked me into SneakerCon Chicago. So I will be there. And yeah, thank you so much for talking me into it. I'm super amped about that.
He does that to everybody.
He spent 2 hours on FaceTime with me and was like, help me hostage there until I booked my ticket.
That's how he got me to Cleveland. He called me up. Hey, what are you doing?
That's why I don't answer his call.
Dude, that's exactly how it went down.
Listen, you have got to come. You understand? Like, you got to come to Cleveland.
That don't sound like. Why you gotta make me sound like George Bush and shit?
Dude, it sounds exactly like you, man.
You don't understand. It's going to be so much fun. Jose Hayes is going to be there. Molly Mall is going to be there. We're going to have the butter movement, man. We're going to have so much fun. These jokers here, I'm telling you, man, you just got to go.
That's exactly how it went down.
Anyway, Maul, what you got?
Shout outs to the usual suspects, the chat. Really appreciate you guys week in, week out. Like I said, you guys make this show. We're definitely going to get those suspect shirts specifically branded for you guys. I do want to remind you that we're going to start posting your content on our YouTube channel. So you can send that to us, Dan. I guess it's just to the email, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Monday Midsole at gmail.com. Right. So you can send that directly. You can send the raw footage. Dan said he'll edit it up, which is awesome. Obviously, you see his skills there. And we're going to start posting your videos. So we definitely want to start, showing some love back to you guys. All right. Shout out to Rejuvenator, as Mike said, and you can see plugged so beautifully behind Daniel. Say hi, Daniel. There you go. Shout out to Sneaker Shields. And then I'll pass it on to Big Darian.
Oh yeah,
man.
I got one more. I got one more shout out to do. Shout out to Mike Jenkins in the comment section. Make sure y'all are going and following him at M_G_J12. Y'all need to follow him. Like, we're doing this battle back and forth, so go and check him out, please. Go follow his IG. And thank you so much to the chat for always being here and always supporting us, staying with us for 2 hours as we try to fumble our way through a show, missing, and it's the thing. So, old man,
take him to church.
All right. Well, bear with me for a minute because I got a couple of things I want to say. First thing I want to say is, y'all saw us today. We all rocked our black and red 12s, and that's something we want to incorporate you guys into. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to start shouting out on the weekend what shoe we're going to be rocking on Monday, and you guys post your pictures of them. And what was the hashtag we came up with? Was the Monday Midsole matchup, and I'll post that on the page so y'all can see that the Monday Midsole matchup. Whatever shoe we come out, and we're not gonna come out with any DBs or anything. We're gonna come out with your basic traditional GR shoes,
like OG colorways.
OG colorways. So we want to make sure that we getting that out to y'all so you guys can participate with us and also post it on the page. The next thing I want to do is just a shout out to our sister stations. First of all, Soul Food Sneaker Talk on Wednesdays. What time is that? At 7. And then on Sundays, we have the Sneaker Box Podcast. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to Jumpman. I don't know if anybody saw his post today, but he's got a lot of stuff going on. And, just make sure, go ahead and go to his page, give him a shout, send him some love. I mean, that's the OG in the game. That's the dude who I look up to, so make sure you guys go by there and just, say a few words, say a prayer for him because he got a lot of stuff going on in his life right now, and we got to look out for our brother and, our family as well. So with that being said, Dan, what is this? The meet and greet?
Soul Firm meet and greet
in Chicago.
Okay, Soul Firm meet and greet. I don't know if they've come up with a place yet. I haven't heard, but I know it's supposed to be a Soul Firm meet and greet for Chicago that Saturday after the SneakerCon. So just be looking on the Soul Firm page and on the Monday Midsole page. I'll shout it out on my page once we got that place figured out where it's going to be. With that being said, thanks again for rocking with us another night. We appreciate you guys for coming out and hanging out with us every Monday like you do. And peace out. We'll see y'all next week.